Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're priming the face with the Kiss Beauty Photo Finish Primer Oil, and this is just going to hydrate the face and give us a really dewy finish to the entire makeup look. And since I'm using a cream foundation stick, it's just going to help the cream products blend in much better. So I've retained all the footage of me applying my makeup. I've not skipped out anything except for the footage of me like choosing products in between. But yeah, I've just retained everything so you guys can see like the entire blending process and application process. So I've just taken the Ace of Face foundation stick from Sugar, and this is the shade 02 Galao. It's a little weird like in terms of the color, but eventually it all comes together. And I'm just using my PAC 247 brush to apply that all over the skin. I'm not doing a full coverage look, but so I'm not going to be using too much product. But yeah, I'm just patting everything, blending it under the chin and going around the ears to ensure that everything is covered, and really taking my time with everything, so you guys are going to see that. And this primer really helped with the smoothness of the application of this foundation. And you can see me looking a little confused with the color shade there, but I'm taking 06 now. It's the same Sugar Ace of Face foundation stick, and it's the shade Lungo, which is the darkest shade in the range, and I'm just using this to warm up the face and bronze the look a bit. I'm just using the same brush, the 247 from PAC, and blending that out. It's really orange, but everything kind of came together eventually. And these foundation sticks are super creamy and they actually have pretty decent coverage, but I don't like to use them very heavily on my skin, so I take my time to really make sure everything is blended out seamlessly. So just making sure I buffed everything out. I've applied the bronzer under the jawline and obviously on the jawline, like I mean on the contour areas and on the perimeter of the forehead. And just make sure you take your time and pat and press everything in. I'm then taking the Take Cover concealer from PAC Cosmetics in the shade M21 first, and applying that underneath the eyes, on the forehead, on the sides of the cheeks, just below the contour, and then taking the lightest shade, which is L11, and applying that just outside, like on the farther ends underneath the eyes, to create a gradient of the under eye concealer and just to brighten up certain areas of the face and just blend everything out. Applying it just above the brows kind of gives you the illusion of a lifted brow, so that's something to keep in mind. And this concealer only works well with cream products, I find. I feel like using it with a liquid or water-based product, like a water-based foundation, doesn't really work well. So I'm just patting everything in and the base is pretty much done. And now just setting that in with the Makeup Revolution banana powder. And I don't like baking because I feel, especially with cream products, it just looks too cakey and too thick. So I like taking little product on a fluffy like blend blush brush and just tapping and pressing that into the skin. And I keep layering it till I feel the skin is completely like matte and not sticky from the cream foundation. And I just feel like layering it gradually gives you a much lighter finish in terms of like it doesn't look too heavy, and that's just my preference. Now taking the Savanna Colors Contour and Highlight Palette, and I'm using the two bronze shades in the palette, the lightest shades, and just applying that with this angled Ovonni blush brush, which I really love using, and just warming up and setting the bronzer that we used earlier, the cream bronzer. This is a really nice subtle bronzer for the skin. I'm then taking my PAC blusher in the number 7, and this is the Studio Blusher range that they have, and just applying that lightly on the cheeks. This is slightly peachy, like coral blush, and I've been enjoying mixing a peach blush and then applying a pink blush on top. And the pink blush I'm using is the INCOLOR Glimmer blush in the number 15, and these blushes are only 250 bucks, sometimes maybe like 300 depending on where you find them, and they are so pigmented. I just had to like tap into the product very lightly, and these are very like illuminating, so if you're someone who has large pores and lots of texture, you need to use a very light hand, otherwise your texture gets very enhanced. I'm now just going to define the brows. I'm just using a spoolie to comb through the hairs and get some get them a little groomed before I apply the product in. And I'm just using a PAC, I think it's the 311 angled eyeliner brush, and I'm just using that to not trying to make my eyebrows too perfect. I generally have two separate like funny eyebrows, but just trying to get them shaped enough so that the look kind of comes together. And I really take my time with this part of the process. Focus the brow products towards the outer third of the brow, and whatever residues left you can use on the inner parts of the brow, because that creates a more like natural gradient. And this is the Kiss Beauty Brow Pomade, by the way. I'm now just pressing everything in with the foundation brush, and I'm then taking the, I think it's this, it is the Swiss Beauty Matte Me Ultra Matte Liquid Lip color, and these are really comfortable to wear. At least this particular shade, which is S22N, and it's called Real Nude, and it's like a nice sort of brown with a slight pinkish undertone nude, and I really like it. Then taking this Rodial cream eyeshadow, and I'm sorry guys, the eyeliner brush from angle eyeliner brush from PAC was not 311. The one I'm using right now is PAC brush 311. But I will have all the products listed below. And I just blended that Rodial cream eyeshadow onto the lids, and then taking the Sivanna Colors 12 eyeshadow palette, applying the terracotta shade first, and then the shimmery shade, uh, to make the look come together. The terracotta shade was a bit of a matte shade, so that just helped to warm up the eyes a bit. Then taking this highlighter shade and tapping that on the inner corners just to open up the eyes. This palette is only 400 bucks, and you get 12 eyeshadows and you get a mirror. It's extremely, it's very pocket friendly, like great travel size kit to have with you. And now I'm just gonna curl the eyelashes with my Tweezerman eyelash curler, and making sure I get those lashes curled. So I take my time. I do about like 5 to 6 pumps of the eyelash curler to make sure the lashes are really like lifted. And yeah, I think then I'm gonna go in with the NYC Smoked Plum eye pencil to line the waterline, and then taking the Milani Bigger lashes and just applying that. I don't think this is a waterproof mascara, but it is one of my favorite mascaras. You can see what a huge difference it's made, to the eyelashes. I really like the applicator on this as well. I'm then going to go on and highlight my, the high points of the face using this gorgeous Girl Germany highlighter palette. And this is the dupe for the Huda Beauty highlighters. And I'm just using a Pro Art Precision brush, which is actually like a tapered eyeshadow blending brush, but I liked using it for this part of the makeup look, because you really can apply very precisely the highlighter only on the parts where you want to, So just applying that lightly, and then going in with the INCOLOR gel eyeliner in jet black. And I'm using another PAC brush. I use only like mostly PAC brushes. I'm a huge fan of the PAC Cosmetics products, so you can see me using them quite often. And I'm just taking my time with my eyeliner. I'm trying to make sure I get both sides as close as possible, like in terms of the angle and stuff. And I really love the products from InColor. Like a lot of them are good. I mean, I don't know about a lot of them, but they're blushes and what is the other stuff? Yeah, this gel eyeliner is superb. I really love it. So I'm not going to be adding setting spray because I don't want the face to become greasy and oily again. I'm just letting you guys know beforehand. I want the skin to stay as matte as possible. And that's the finished look, guys. It's a soft glam everyday look, and that highlighter is looking great. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.